everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deanna and you're watching Orchie D, and it is a hot day. You can see temperature there is 36 degrees and there's no way I am filming this outside. I am inside and I've got a little haul, not a little haul, a few hauls of goodies that I wanted to share with you. I've got the aircon on inside, ramped up to a pretty low temperature, and I'm still sweating. So yeah, let's film this all inside. So you can see I got a few plants, nothing in flower, so it might not be the most exciting haul, but I just wanted to show you these plants and a few little gadgets that I bought. And I have some exciting news, but I'm taking a big plunge, and next weekend I'm getting a reverse osmosis system installed on our back deck. I've been putting it off for a while, you know, it's a big investment, but this orchid hobby has gone from something I just dabble in like a couple of years ago to now something that I'm really passionate about and I get a lot of joy from. So yeah, along with that, I'm going to show you these little things that I got. So I do have pH meters and a TDS meter already from eBay, but I don't trust them. So I went and got some decent ones. So this is a, what's the brand? HM Digital, and it's a TDS meter. It also shows the microsiemens, but the one that I've got measures a certain amount and then I'll add stuff in and sometimes it goes down, so I don't know what's with that. I can't trust it anyway, so hopefully this comes with a warranty, so if it's no good I can just return it. It's got a little temperature gauge on it too, and this is a pH pen, which I don't like mine at the moment either. It loses its calibration really quickly. I have to calibrate it really often. But this is meant to measure the pH quite quickly. I don't know if you know the ones off eBay, but usually you have to sit it in water for like 5-10 minutes. I always forget to do that as well. So yeah, so I got some proper equipment. I got a new fertilizer. So this is, I just really liked the formula. It's actually meant to be Peter's XL CalMag fertilizer, but I can see it may or may not be. It's still got a very similar composition though. So NPK of 13,520, 7 of calcium, which I really like, and 2 of magnesium plus trace elements. So I've been using a lot of liquid formulas of everything, and I'm running out basically. So yeah, that should last me a little while. It's a kilo of stuff. So let us come in a little bit closer to these plants. So I got 2 hauls, and I ordered a fair few plants. So last week I had a couple of massive shifts at work, and some shifts where I was working for, I don't know, like from 7 a.m. and finished up around midnight. Then I'll call back in at 2 a.m. You know, they were really busy, and so I get knocked out for about 2 days after those, and somehow I just feel like I deserve everything. So I, you know, if I feel like ice cream, like I deserve that ice cream, or if I feel like pizza, I'm like, I totally deserve the pizza. I don't, but anyway, I got a bit of overtime, so I thought I would treat myself to some plants. And it was also the week of my birthday, so yeah. I'm not sure where the tag for this is gone, but this is a little Sarcochilis. You can see that it's a little seedling, but I will find out the name and I'll put it up, and I'll put a little picture of the flower. I think it was a Galaxy something or other, like a yellow one, but I'll put it up. So these are my first Sarcochilises. So for some reason I thought they were really cold growers and that I wouldn't be able to grow them because, as you can tell, like I do have really hot weather. But these guys actually grow up and down the east coast of Australia, right up to past Brisbane. And I live in Brisbane, so our winters are cool. Like they get down to about 5 degrees Celsius, but on average they're about 7 to maybe 20 degrees Celsius. So, you know, I'll give them a shot. Maybe they'll do okay actually. This one is Psychocylus Carnedra Scarlet, a pretty pink little flower there, but this is a bit more of a mature plant. It's got, you can see this main growth here, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 little growths coming off of it. They're meant to like it quite shady. Some of these guys are lithophytes, some of them are epiphytes. I think I'm going to repot these into like an open mesh sort of basket, and I actually also got some scoria lava rock as well, so I might try that medium with some of these, and also I'm planning to put it in with my Vanda baskets, just because my Vandas, I cannot keep up with their watering at the moment. Like during these days that are over 30 degrees, I only really have the capacity to water my plants once a day. Like I do work full time as well, so it just becomes really difficult to keep up with these guys, and I think they're not doing that great. I think they need much more water than I'm giving them. So yeah, I'm gonna try the rock. It does retain a bit of moisture, so hopefully that will help with my watering. This is Ascocenda Princess Mikasa Blue. So also a little seedling, but it looks like a really healthy plant actually. I like the look of it. It seems to be enjoying this pot, so I may not repot it yet. I might, if the weather stays like this. I think it's actually now too hot to repot some of these orchids. It just gets so dry. Over the weekend, the humidity was something like 10 to 20%, and my plants were drying out within a day. It's such hard work. This is a little Cat-Lair seedling that I have had my eye on for a very long time. BLC Little Mermaid Janet. It is meant to smell really wonderful. Got 2 growths coming up there. Just a little plant. I would say it's still probably a year or 2 off flowering, but I have been eyeing this little one off for a while, and then when I started the YouTube channel, I saw a couple more people on YouTube had this plant, so I've been keeping an eye out for a while. Obviously I'd always prefer a mature plant, but somehow I ended up with quite a few seedlings in this in these hauls, but oh well. This is Dendrobium Stony Point, and it's an Aussie Dendrobium hybrid. If I can find the background of this plant, I'll put it up. But yeah, I'm just kind of getting into my Aussie natives as well. I got earlier this year my first Kingianums and my first Speciosum, and they are doing really well, except for some spider mites on one of the Kingianums. But they're from this area, so they're kind of pretty hardy and used to our environment. So hopefully these grow quite well for me. It's got 2 growths as well. Can you see? 1, 2, just in a little 50mm pot. So yeah, that's one haul of little plants. Now before I move on to these other bigger plants, I want to show you what else I got. So I'm dabbling into the world of carnivorous plants. I don't know anything about carnivorous plants, except that probably if they're carnivorous, they probably like very good water quality and not many nutrients, because I assume their nutrients would come from the insects that they eat. But I just wrote to this place called Drifford Park, and I said, can you just put together a little pack for about $60 for me, which includes some stuff that likes fungus gnats that can be kept in the same environment as orchids and are low maintenance and can just survive in sphagnum. So she has sent me a couple of pinguiculars. So I've got 2 pinguiculars. They are the same. These are meant to be have like a really sticky surface. Yeah, the fungus gnats are going a bit nuts upstairs, especially in my hotter grow area. And I tell you, this looks a bit scary to me. I don't know what I'm doing with them. They come in little plastic bags. This is a Drosera capensis. So I've got to pot these ones up. This is the same. It's Drosera capensis alba. This is, see that? Drosera capillaris. And this weird looking, lanky looking one is Drosera binata multifida extrema. So yeah, don't expect great things from me and carnivorous plants. I literally do not know what I'm doing. I'm just going to see how I go and hope they eat some fungus gnats while they're at it. So yeah. Okay. So let's get started on these plants. Some of them are bare root, so you'll just have to bear with me. But these are from Wolf Orchid Culture, which is down south. And I got a few little orchids from here, and I got a really, really lovely surprise from, I think his name is John. So John Wolf gave me a really lovely surprise that I found when I was unboxing, and now in retrospect, I kind of wish I had filmed the unboxing, because I also have been asking around at quite a lot of nurseries around Australia for a particular plant that I've wanted for ages. And so I had one haul from this guy like last year, and the plants that I got were a lot of species orchids that were a lot smaller than I thought they would be, and they were meant to be flowering size, and I paid a decent amount, so I didn't buy from him again, but I thought I'd give it another shot. Anyway, I've ordered a bunch of orchids, and I emailed him asking if he had this particular plant, because I have been asking around anyway. But I didn't hear back, and I kind of forgot that I'd mailed, so he had a mature plant of this orchid, and he's just put it in this haul for me. So I'm going to show you what it is in a little bit, but first we'll go through these. This is a species, Miltonia spectabilis morelliana, and it's a weird looking little oncidium type. Very long, thin pseudobulbs with an odd growth pattern, really. Very thin roots that I can see down there, with this new growth coming up. So it needs a really good water. So that's number one. This is a small plant, which I wonder will be flowering size maybe next year. This is Cat-Lair quarterback candy, a spotted one. It's got one new growth coming up there, you can see. Hasn't started leafing out yet. It looks very healthy, looks very nice actually. But yeah, still young. What have we got here? Oh, this is an Oncidium. I've actually never heard of this Ion Mesa, but it's a popcorn haruri. It's got one new growth there. Just one new growth. These things are usually fairly vigorous. I know the rest of mine at the moment are growing like almost 2 new canes per bulb, so I'll have a good look through here. Maybe I can find some new growths there. Alright, now just bear with me, the rest of these are actually bare root. So here's the first bare root one, and this is Deanna Dunn, WOC, and it's a mature plant. It's got maybe 5 pseudobulbs there and a new one coming out. So I'm going to plant this one up. Here we've got Cat-Lair Amethyst glossa. This is another species orchid that I've been wanting for a long time, but it's a big orchid, and I was trying to get more small orchids really for my collection, but to get a mature Amethyst glossa, I thought it doesn't come around that often. But yeah, you can see how big this orchid is. Clearly flowering size, and has flowered. And I'll put the flowers up. They are really, really, really pretty. And this is my surprise orchid, which I'm very happy to have. This is the Awanagara apple blossom. And I have been wanting this for like 2 years. Haven't been able to find it anywhere in Australia. So it's an old spike there. Medium looks absolutely disgusting. It's all mouldy and stuff, so I will pop that up and give it a good clean and spray with some hydrogen peroxide. But yeah, I got lots of stuff. You can see in the corner there I got some more medium. I've got some scoria rock down the bottom, some more pots. I've got these net mesh pots for the Psychocylus. And yeah, I knew that this would be a little bit longer, and I'm afraid I did ramble on quite a bit. I apologise. Thought we'd just have a chat because I obviously went a little bit out of control with my buying spree last week. But I'm very happy. I've got a busy afternoon ahead of me. I'm not game to go outside and repot at the moment. It's too hot for me. But maybe this will have to be an evening potting up. So yeah, I'm sorry that these flowers aren't in bloom or anything. It doesn't make for the most exciting video. I admit it would be more exciting if stuff was in flower, but hey, I think a lot of the time if we buy stuff in the mail and it comes in flower, those flowers don't last too long or they're damaged anyway. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great week. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more orchid videos. I will see you next time. Happy growing until then. Bye.